Hello, my name is Dan Cleve. I'm making this video in response to the recent controversy. The recent controversy has been over a video that was horribly edited, put behind spooky music, and was used as a way to kind of paint me as this Hollywood villain or some sort of like domestic terrorist. Um, when in fact the video was taken from clips of a conversation I was having with some skinheads where I was essentially highlighting the fact that violence does no good, that we should refrain from violence and be more self-disciplined. Um, I also was trying to make the case that I am not a pacifist, right? Like, life is struggle, violence is a part of life. Our government has used violence, many governments, current and in past, have used violence for their agendas. A great case of a country that has used violence is Israel. Israel has ruthlessly used violence to essentially get rid of a specific group of people that they don't want to live with them, right? So I understand that this is a reality. And I was also using violence as a secondary definition, as sort of struggle, as a sort of struggle, so to speak, because the political struggle that myself and others are involved in, it is a dangerous struggle. And, but it's also part of life. And when I said, like, I love this, what I was meaning was, like, I love struggle in a way, like I do. I mean, think about it, if you go, at work, or if you're having something that's hard, that's at school, or doing something physical, like, if you do something that challenges you, like, that makes you struggle, you grow, right? That's how the human soul grows, is through struggle. And so I love it. I love struggle, is really what I was trying to say. That's really what I was getting at. I wasn't, like, expressing any desire for, physical violence. I never said physical violence. That's what I was really getting at. We discussed many other things on this video, and none of that stuff came up. They literally just took a clip of me having a philosophical discussion and tried to insinuate that I was implying or applying that to, like, concrete actions. Watch the video, watch the stream. I never threatened any group or individuals at all. I never called for actual violence. I never did anything that they're claiming that I've done. And so they're lying. And the video, by the way, was made by a group of the name Antifa Nebraska, who, to be fair, consists of a bunch of anarcho-communists who, regardless of whether or not I made those statements, regardless of whether or not I went to Charlottesville, they would be harassing me anyway, because they don't like the fact that I stand up and I'm not ashamed to be proud of my heritage. So, they want to portray me as a violent person, and one thing they do to portray me as this is they have a clip of me from Charlottesville, right? Well, this clip from Charlottesville was ridiculous, because at that time, like, I went to Charlottesville because I wanted to protest a statue that was being torn down for literally no reason. And I think that it's important to preserve your heritage, and if there's a group of people who want to tear it down and destroy it, I think it's important that we stand up and not allow it to happen, or at least voice our concerns, because one day we might wake up and everything that we hold dear could be gone. And I don't want to see that. So anyway, I go down to Charlottesville, and these people, these communists, they show up, and they're throwing piss, and they're throwing rocks, and they have sticks, and they're trying to beat people, and they're pretty much provoking you, like, what they want to do is they want to provoke you to violence, then get beat up, and then claim to be the victim is pretty much their standard operating procedure. And this guy in particular was a man who was there when I was helping a few people secure the sound system for Lee Park, basically. And he dove straight for me. Like, he dove straight to my feet and tried to attack me. And I defended myself, is basically what happened. Like, I did not just, like, run up on somebody and start beating them. Like, that's retarded. What happened was I was attacked, and I defended myself. And then the person, whoever was taking the picture, decided to take it at a time where it looked like I was the aggressor. So that's ridiculous. And they also, on this poster they're going to distribute, they claim I threaten groups or people, which I've never threatened in my life. So, just something to think about. So, at the end of the day, you might be asking yourself, well, why is Antifa Nebraska doing this? Why would they misconstrue me in such a way? Well, it's easy, because basically, here's the status quo. You are supposed to be ashamed to be white. You are supposed to accept your replacement and shut your mouth. That's what it is. At the end of the day, they want you to just shut up and die. And do not dare speak out against this. And you can see this. I have screenshotted. I have plenty of images, and I know lots of other people do too, of countless people calling for what they say or term white genocide, where basically in 2050 all whites are wiped out. Right? That's essentially like, I'm just letting you know there are people that are pushing that, and I'm saying no, like that's not an acceptable thing. And they're attacking me, and they say that I'm white supremacist and that I want to genocide people and all this stuff. Basically, is what it is. They claim that if you don't accept your replacement in your country, that you are a white terrorist who wants to genocide people. That's the narrative that they stick with, and so that's why they don't like me. That's why they're targeting me, is because I'm not going along with that. I'm not going to sit here and be, just accept it. I'm going to speak out against it. And that's why they want to make an example out of me. They want to see me get expelled. They want to see me be jobless or whatever. That's what they want to do, because that way they can use fear. They can be like, see, this is what happens if you speak up for your own people. And if you do it, you're going to end up just like Dan Cleve did, homeless and dead. Is basically, that's the narrative they want to preach. And I'm just not buying it. And you shouldn't buy it either, because right now, they're going to protest me going to campus and going to school there. And that's fine, whatever. But just think, today it's me, and tomorrow it's going to be you. I promise you. So really think about it when you see this horribly edited video and you are thinking about who I am and what I represent. Think about it. Think about what you're told to accept, and think about why it is that they would attack me the way they attack me, for merely just going to college and trying to get an education and stand up for, our country's heritage. So thank you very much for listening. I'm sure you guys will come to the proper conclusion. Have a good night.